Oh my gosh, no way. No freaking way. Hold on. Steam, where you at? Wait a second, Level Devil said you have an update? Hold on, what's that say? There's an editor! No! Freaking run! Where's it? Where you at, sucker? Where are you? There you are, buddy. Come here. Guess what? Level Devil! Now I feel bad. It's freaking terrified. Kitty! Come here. No. I don't know what the frick is going on, but it's Level Devil time. Alright, so Unept, the developer of Level Devil, recently added a huge update that I was unaware of. But a lot of things have changed, and there's a lot of new stuff to go over. First off, we have these vent levels that I've yet to do. We have a huge UI change. That's like the most obvious thing. But the main thing I wanted to go over in this video is this right up here in the top left. The editor, which is currently in beta. That is very important to note here. Now, I figured I would make a video basically explaining and going over every little thing in this editor. But in here, as you can see, I want to say there's a lot going on, which there kind of is when you first look at it, but it's really nothing crazy. Now, if you want to actually preview what each of these are, because you might forget. There's not a whole lot, but you might forget. You just basically hold down right click, or left click, sorry. You've got link, undo, redo, and layers. Now, if you want to place any of these things, of course, you just click them and you just place them down. So I got some tiles, I got a hero, and now if I wanted to play this level, like I said, you just click down here, and then now you can move, right? And he has a little freaking hat on, which is kind of pissing me off right now. It's like bouncing as I'm running, I don't like it. To actually make this a level, what you gotta do is have a hero, which is your character, and a door, which is a door. Now, I don't like the placement of this, which means we are going to move up. We're no longer on the eraser. We already know what to do. We now can click on this, which can basically highlight multiple things at once. And now you can move it to wherever you want. There is a glitch that happens sometimes when you leave. You will get back in and the whole level will be erased. And it's very scary because it happened to me after spending 5 hours on a level I was working on. But it's just like a visual glitch. I would suggest if you get in your level and everything's just gone, click this and make sure to leave without saving the changes. Because if you do that, then when you get back in the level, your whole level should be back. Moving on to all these placeables. You got spikes, saw blades, and springs, which is pretty obvious what they do. A spike will kill you, a saw will kill you, and then a spring, bang, it bounces you up, or you can jump over it, whatever. Now, let's say you've got this right here, which in theory is physically impossible, right? You're stuck, you can't do anything. But yes, you can, because this game gives you a few options. You click on the block you want to select, right? So I want to select this one. As you can see, this collision is turned off. Now, if you wanted to turn the visibility off, but keep the collision on, you cannot see it, but you can't walk through it either. So it looks like there's nothing there, but you cannot actually go through. Now, the last thing is making it deadly. Now, how you can be incredibly unfair is you turn the visibility off and you make it deadly. And all of a sudden, it looks like you're good, but yeah, nah, you're freaking cooked. All right, so that is everything here. Let's say you wanted to move this whole, or this little thing to the left. You just click this arrow right here, moves it over there. If you want to move it back because you accidentally clicked it, you just do the same thing. But I think I've covered everything besides the trigger and how this works and how to actually move things and make trolls to mess with your friends. So, you've got this trigger here. For us to remember where it is, since like I showed earlier, you can't see it in the level, I'm going to put a tile right there so I cannot get over it. I have to go through this way. As you can see, it is not a visible block. Nothing happens. You can, if you listen, you'll be able to hear a click. All right, so you heard something happen, but nothing actually happened. And that's because you have to give the trigger something to activate. You have to give the trigger a reason to work. What I mean by that is, let's say you've got this impossible level. Something you could do is you select the saw. Right here, you can see add movement. To be able to get through here, what I could do is I could move this saw upwards, which this allows you to move it up. You can move it down, left, right. But for this, I want to move it up and I want to move it one cell, which will just move it up one space. So in theory, after I hit this trigger, it should move this saw up. So let's see if it works. Okay, it didn't work. And the reason is because I said I'll get to this later, and now is later. You've got the link. To actually make this trigger activate the thing we just did, you have to click on the trigger and you get this green line here, and then you click on the saw. Sometimes when you click on the trigger, it won't actually, see right now it doesn't show anything green, but if let's say I were to click this block right here, now green appeared. It's just like a visual glitch. It is in beta once again. Now that we have it though, it should move upwards when we touch it. So let's see. Yeah, see? Just moved up. Now, if you were to run into it, you move too fast for how fast the saw is moving, which is an easy fix. You just click on the saw blade, and this is how you actually make this saw move faster out of the way. So let's move it all the way up. As you can see, when you go, it basically like teleports up there. Now, unfortunately, from my knowledge, I have clicked every button on my keyboard and I have not found any quick binds. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think there is. So you literally have to manually click each thing. Now, something I want to show you is you cannot put two things in the same space. But this is where the layers tab comes into play. You click it, and now all of a sudden you can place things in here where previously you were not able to. Now, layer 2 is behind layer 1, so whatever is in layer 1 you will see, and you will not see layer 2. So let's say I want to make a saw come out of the ground. What you do is you select the saw, you would have it move up really quickly, and then you can link the two. So that's how you can make some traps like that, right? Layering is super helpful. It is super convenient. I would definitely suggest doing it. Now, let's say you wanted to go a little further and actually make this much harder. Let me real quick for this example, go here and turn this up to 2 cells up. So it should move to this block right here. But I cannot move 2 blocks that are inside of each other with 1 trigger. But what you could do is place a trigger on the other layer. You can do it in the same spot. You can link the 2. So now both are linked. The saw's linked and that is linked. What you could do is add movement to that, move it up, and move it really quickly. So in theory, when I hit this, both layers should move up and it should be too tall. See? Just like that. Now, this is still possible, just like that. Yeah, I know, I'm the goat at this game. I would never die. But that is how you move 2 blocks that are in the same slot, or 2 of whatever that are in the same slot. When I say slot, I just mean cell. They call them cells in this. But something I would suggest, let's say you have a huge, massive level. So what I would recommend is going here and saving a copy, but I currently don't know a way of deleting a level, but that's why I have so many levels, because I cannot delete any. Now, something random that I found that I want to show you, because this is incredibly like niche. It might be useful for some, but for 99% of people, this will be pointless. So let me just make a pillar right here real quick. If I go and play the level and I die, as you can see, the whole world shakes. You can have this tile and you can link these two, and you can have this tile actually move up 1 space. Here's a good example of why you might like this, or to be able to see if you actually like it more. Watch these two and how they act differently when you die. This thing shakes, but it's still solid, and this one shakes and you can see it like bouncing like that. I just think visually this looks better, but it doesn't actually matter. It's not that significant. All right, but I have created what I think is a at least playable level. Now, I will show you what this is like, and it's a few examples of what you can do with the editor. Alright, pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, I hope I didn't miss anything. I'm pretty sure I went over everything besides uploading it, which I will do in just a second. I don't want to actually upload this one. I'm going to upload a different one. This one is way too easy. I will update it real quick. If you wanted to upload it, you just click this and you would click upload. It's done, simple like that. But I'm not going to upload this because, like I said, this thing sucks. But I will get into my main level, which I actually am going to give you all a code so you guys can play this, because I want to see if any of you can beat this. Now, I'm going to say before I click on it, none of y'all are going to beat this, and I'm not just saying that to like, oh, none of you are going to beat it. Oh, you should go try. No, none of that crap. This level is impossible. It's possible, but it's impossible. All right. Now, once I click on this, you will see what I'm talking about. Holy frick! Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh, I verified it. I freaking verified it. So now we click upload. It takes just a second, but now is where we get into the browser. Now this will just take a second. All this is basically you just play any of these levels that people have created, or what you can do is you can click this little search icon, and then you can paste in or type in whatever you need, whatever the code is, which I'm going to put this code in the description of the video so you can try it. Now, you just do that. I'm assuming you just click search. I mean, I haven't done this yet, but it should work. And bang, there you go. All right, real quickly, just a fair warning, if you are not good at the game, I'm just gonna be real, you have 0 chance of beating this level. There are a few trolls and puzzles, but it's mostly just a test of skill. Oh, and also, if you guys wanna make a level, or maybe you already have a level for me to try, drop the code down in the comments, and I'll, of course, beat it first try, just to prove that I am the best level deviler in the country. Also, if you could, name it something with the word fluke in it so I know it's not just some random level you copied. And of course, seeing that will also motivate me more to actually beat the level. But let me stop yapping, bro. I'll let Lil Bro take back over. But if you can beat it, I want you to send me a video or post it on YouTube and just at me, and I will go watch it. I'll like that crap. I'll comment on it so fast. That is everything in the editor from my knowledge. And if there's anything I forgot, leave it in the comments because I would love to learn more. And I'm pretty sure everyone else watching this would like to learn more as well. But yeah, that is going to be it. Hope you liked. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you smashed. Hope you, the subscribe button, by the way. Also, let me know if you want a video of me beating these vent levels. Apparently, there's like 25 new levels or something like that. Like, look at all these freaking things. My gosh. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.